Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Chef Carl from Cooking and Grilling with Carl, and in this video I'm making for you a seafood pasta recipe using shrimp, scallops, and salmon and pappardelle pasta. So before we get started with the video, let me show you all the ingredients I'll be using. So for this recipe I'll be using jumbo shrimp, sea scallops, and salmon. Also for the pasta I'll be using pappardelle pasta. Alright, so now I'm just going to season my shrimp, my scallops, and my salmon with some Old Bay seasoning. Alright, now in a preheated pan, went in with some oil, and now I'm going to start searing off my shrimp. So as you can see, I'm not overcrowding the pan. I want to make sure I get a nice sear on both sides of those shrimp. Alright, so the first batch of shrimp has been cooked. Alright, so here I am going with another batch of shrimp. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It definitely supports the channel, and I will appreciate it. Alright, so I'm just going to give those a nice little mix, and now I'm going to go on with my salmon. Alright, so I got my shrimp and salmon all seared off. So now I'm going to let the pan come back up to temperature, and then I'm going to start searing off my scallops. So here I'm going with my scallops, and right here I'm using some large sea scallops. Alright, and if you don't hear that sear as soon as you put them in the pan, that means your pan wasn't hot enough. So, what I did was I let the pan come back up to temperature, and then I put the oil in, I let that come up to temperature, and then I went in with my scallops. Alright, you want to hear that sear, and if you go in with the pan not hot enough, they're going to stick. Or they might even start boiling a little bit, especially if you overcrowd the pan. Yeah, scallops hold a lot of liquid. Alright, so I developed a little bit of a crust on one side, so now I'm flipping them over to do the other side. Alright, so that didn't take long, so I'm already starting to remove them from the pan. And next I'm going to get started on the sauce. Alright, so right here I'm going in with some minced shallots. And so I'm just going to saute those a little bit, get the flavor coming out so I can start smelling it. And right here I'm going in with some minced garlic. And I went really heavy with the garlic because I want this to be kind of like a garlic cream sauce. Alright, so right here I'm going in some heavy cream. A little bit of salt. And some fresh cracked black pepper. And so now to tighten up the sauce and give it some flavor, I'm going in with some shredded Parmesan, some fresh shredded Parmesan. Alright, as you can see, that Parmesan is making the sauce tighten up. So now I'm going with my noodles. I'm going to give those a nice mix. Make sure they're all nice and coated, mixed in with the sauce. And right here I'm just going in with a little bit of the reserved pasta water that I cooked the pasta in. That's just a little trick that we use in restaurants to make it nice and creamy, and also to add a little bit more flavor into there. And so right here I'm going in with some cold butter. That's going to give it some nice flavor and make it nice and rich, make it nice and creamy. So I'm giving that a nice mix. And so now that I got my pasta and my sauce all mixed up, now I'm going in there with my seafood. All right, now that I got my shrimp, salmon, and scallops in with the pasta, now I'm going to give everything a really good mix. And I'm being a little gentle because I don't want to break up the salmon or tear into any of those scallops. Alright, so at this point the recipe is pretty much done. So right here I'm just going to do a quick plate up for you. Alright, so here you go, a seafood pasta recipe with shrimp, salmon, and scallops, and pappardelle pasta in a garlic cream sauce. Alright, so on that note, I just want to thank you for checking out another one of my Cooking and Grilling with Carl videos. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, catch me on social media, Cooking and Grilling with Carl. Catch you on the next video. God bless. Peace.